Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of luxury and extravagance with the top 10 most expensive sports you won't believe exist. We're talking about sports where just getting started can cost more than a Lamborghini. And that's before you even factor in the ongoing expenses. Get ready to have your mind blown as we explore the world of high-stakes competition, where only the wealthiest dare to compete. We'll break down the costs, from the price of equipment to the insane fees associated with these exclusive sports. So buckle up and get ready for a wild ride through the most expensive sports in the world. Let's get started. First up, we have polo, a sport often dubbed the sport of kings, and for good reason. To even think about playing polo, you're going to need a small fortune. We're talking about horses. And not just any horses, but specially bred polo ponies that can cost anywhere from a few $1,000s to over $1 million each. But wait, there's more. You'll need a whole stable of these majestic creatures, because they get rotated during the game. And don't forget about the grooms, the trainers, the vets. Yeah, the expenses just keep on coming. Then you've got your equipment, custom-made saddles, helmets, riding boots, mallets, all crafted from the finest materials, of course. We're talking thousands of dollars just to gear up. And if you think that's it, think again. Polo clubs are notoriously exclusive, with membership fees that would make your head spin. We're talking tens of thousands of dollars annually just for the privilege of stepping onto the field. So yeah, polo is definitely not your average pickup game in the park. It's a world of luxury, tradition, and eye-watering expenses. Next up, we're shifting gears from horses to horsepower with Formula One racing, a sport where going fast is an understatement, and so are the costs. We're talking about cutting-edge technology, state-of-the-art engineering, and teams of highly skilled specialists working tirelessly to shave milliseconds off lap times. The cars themselves are technological marvels with price tags that could buy you a small island. Engines, aerodynamics, tires, every component is custom designed and built with precision, and that comes at a premium. Then there's the cost of running a team. You've got drivers, engineers, mechanics, strategists, and a whole pit crew, all on a global payroll. And let's not forget about the travel expenses. F1 races take place all over the world, so you can imagine the logistics involved in getting everyone and everything to each destination. Now let's set sail into the world of competitive sailing. A sport that's as beautiful as it is expensive. We're talking about sleek yachts that glide across the water, but don't let that elegance fool you. The costs are enough to make you seasick. First things first, you'll need a yacht. And not just any yacht, but a high-performance racing yacht designed to withstand the toughest conditions. We're talking about carbon fiber hulls, towering masts, and sails that cost more than a house, but the expenses don't stop there. Maintaining a racing yacht is a full-time job with constant upkeep, repairs, and upgrades. Then there's the crew-experienced sailors who know how to handle these powerful vessels. And let's not forget about the travel. Sailing competitions take place all over the globe, so you'll be racking up those frequent flyer miles. Hold your horses, because we're staying in the saddle with equestrian sports. This category encompasses a range of disciplines, from show jumping to dressage, but they all have one thing in common: a hefty price tag. Just like polo, equestrian sports require top-notch horses, and these equine athletes don't come cheap. We're talking about bloodlines, training, and a certain je ne sais quoi that can command astronomical prices. And of course, you'll need all the gear: saddles, bridles, riding boots, and those fancy show jackets. Plus, there's the cost of training, both for the horse and the rider. Equestrian sports require years of dedicated practice and expert instruction. And let's not forget about the competition circuit. Traveling to shows, paying entry fees, and stabling your horse all add up. Next up, we're hitting the links for a round of golf, a sport that's often associated with business deals and leisurely afternoons. But don't let that fool you. Golf can be a surprisingly expensive pastime, especially if you want to play at the highest level. It all starts with the clubs. A good set of golf clubs can set you back thousands of dollars, and that's before you factor in the endless array of drivers, irons, wedges, and putters that promise to improve your game. Then there are the golf courses themselves. Public courses can be relatively affordable, but if you want to play at exclusive private clubs, be prepared to shell out some serious cash for membership fees. We're talking tens of thousands of dollars annually, and that's just for the privilege of teeing off. And let's not forget about the accessories. Golf gloves, shoes, bags, balls, the list goes on and on. Plus, there's the cost of lessons if you want to improve your swing and lower your handicap. Get ready to hit the slopes because we're talking about skiing. A sport that's as exhilarating as it is expensive. From the gear to the travel, skiing can put a serious dent in your wallet. First things first, you'll need some serious winter wear. We're talking about high-tech ski jackets and pants designed to keep you warm and dry in even the most frigid temperatures. Then there are the skis themselves, which can range in price from a few $100s to several thousand, depending on the brand and features. And let's not forget about the boots, bindings, helmets and goggles, all essential for a safe and enjoyable skiing experience. But the expenses don't stop there. Lift tickets at ski resorts can be pricey, especially during peak season. And if you're planning on skiing regularly, a season pass is the way to go, but be prepared to shell out a significant chunk of change. Get your rackets ready because we're stepping onto the court for a game of tennis. A sport that's as demanding on your wallet as it is on your physique. From coaching to equipment, tennis can be a surprisingly expensive endeavor. Let's start with the coaching. If you're serious about improving your game, you'll need to invest in private lessons from a qualified tennis pro. And these lessons don't come cheap, especially if you're working with a top-ranked coach. Then there's the equipment. A good tennis racket can set you back hundreds of dollars, and you'll need to replace it regularly as the strings wear out. And let's not forget about the shoes, apparel, and those endless cans of tennis balls. And if you're planning on competing, be prepared to factor in travel expenses, tournament fees, and potentially even the cost of a physiotherapist to keep your body in top shape. Hold on to your helmets because we're hitting the ice for some ice hockey, a sport that's as rough on your bank account as it is on the players. From equipment to ice time, hockey can be a surprisingly expensive sport. Let's start with the gear. Hockey players are practically encased in protective equipment, from helmets and pads to gloves and skates, and all of this gear comes at a cost. A good hockey stick alone can set you back hundreds of dollars, and you'll need to replace it periodically as it inevitably gets battered and bruised during games. Then there's the cost of ice time. Renting ice at a hockey rink can be expensive, especially if you're looking for primetime slots. And if you're part of a league or team, you'll need to factor in the cost of referees, scorekeepers, and other game day expenses. Dive into the world of scuba diving, a sport that's as captivating as it is costly. From specialized equipment to exotic destinations, scuba diving can make a serious splash in your bank account. First things first, you'll need to get certified. Scuba diving certification courses involve both classroom instruction and open water dives, and they can set you back a few $100s. Then there's the gear. Scuba diving requires specialized equipment, including a wetsuit, buoyancy compensator, regulator, dive computer, and fins. And this equipment doesn't come cheap, especially if you're looking for high-quality gear that will last. And let's not forget about the travel. Scuba diving often involves traveling to exotic destinations with pristine waters and abundant marine life, and these trips can be expensive, especially if you're going on a live-aboard diving trip. Prepare for takeoff as we explore the world of hot air ballooning, a sport that's as awe-inspiring as it is expensive. From the balloon itself to the chase crew, hot air ballooning can really inflate your expenses. First and foremost, you'll need a hot air balloon. And these aren't your average party balloons. Hot air balloons are massive, intricate pieces of equipment that require specialized materials and craftsmanship. We're talking about tens of thousands of dollars for a new balloon, and that's before you factor in maintenance costs. Then there's the cost of operating the balloon. You'll need propane to fuel the burner, and you'll need a qualified pilot to navigate the skies. And speaking of navigation, you'll also need a chase crew to follow the balloon on the ground and retrieve it after landing. And let's not forget about the weather. Hot air ballooning is highly weather dependent, so you'll need to factor in the possibility of cancellations and reschedulings. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. and subscribe for more awesome content. Comment below which sport surprised you the most. Were you blown away by the insane cost of polo ponies or the astronomical price tag of a Formula One car? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you could try any of these sports, money aside, which one would it be? See you in the next video.